Rick and Thad.
Sacred time. What better time than right now at this moment?
We back again.
Back again. Alright. Back with a 4-card spread. Alright.
Okay, quick brief. We into this 4-card spread. I'm gonna give you the meaning of these cards. Once I give you the meaning, I give you somewhat of what I feel like aligns with my personal experience to the cards to give you a better, perspective on how this may align with you. Intuitively, I'll try to give somewhat of a forecast, but going into tomorrow, but I think this is just kind of like my description for the day. And I think it's just, it may be like a heads up on what is to come, So with that being said, man, you guys, man, glide with me. I got here these 2 decks here. All right, I usually brief about how I came up with the 4-card spread using the 2 decks. Pretty much I take both decks and I'll use the 2 decks off a random occurrence to get a pair. And if 2 cards match out of their 4-card spreads, then that will be the first card I draw, and so on until I make a 4-card spread out of both decks. All right, so let's get into it, man. I want to go ahead and try to see if I can beat timing a little bit. It's kind of already late in a sense, but it's just hitting even. I just already had to come down sundown, But yeah, I was kind of putting a lot of energy towards my other channel, my Vlog Guards Harness. You should see that in the description box, man. If you want to go out there and follow me, I would appreciate it. Okay, but we're gonna get into this, man. I got here this first card though. Okay, let's get into this first card. All right, this spread is like a combined culmination, pretty much of whenever the first card comes, that pretty much kind of sets the groundwork on the whole spread. So we're gonna get in this first card here. It's the Queen of Clubs. All right, the core meaning of the Queen of Clubs is pretty much a confident, charismatic, and creative individual. All right, this card represents someone who is inspiring, socially adept, and in tune with their inner fire and vision. The context over the spread, as this being the first card, it indicates the confidence, personal strength and creativity, or say the creative energy that one has is a fundamental, in every situation. Or I feel like maybe the confidence and personal strength of say the creative energy is fundamental in this situation. Okay, pertaining to whatever the cards may lay out behind this. All right. It suggests, stepping into a role of leadership, should I say, or influence. Cool. Which requires that type of confidence, and creative energy. When you come down to influence with charm and it's grace, pretty much. That's what pretty much the first card would kind of express when we get into the Queen of Clubs. Now we drop in the second card here. All right, so when I had the occurrence of the second card, that kind of topped it off on, I say somewhat of this kind of some real good energy coming, because I pretty much already know the spread, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take you guys through the necessary motions of kind of, let's just let this build, you know what I mean? So the second card here, I found to be the King of Hearts. Cool. The core meaning of this is emotional wisdom, compassion, and mastery. This card symbolizes someone who is emotionally balanced, nurturing, and in control of their feelings. Context over this spread though. Following the Queen of Clubs, the King of Hearts emphasizes importance of pairing confidence and emotional sensitivity. I'd say, in every endeavor, should I say. Or just pairing the confidence with emotional sensitivity in every endeavor is just something that is required of someone who, takes on a leadership role, should I say. It could represent a supportive figure or your own emotional role. All right. Boom. So what came behind the King of Hearts was this third card, the 8 of Hearts. And the core meaning of this is an emotional fulfillment, harmony, or progress. This card often signals a deepening of an emotional connection, healing, or moving towards what brings joy and satisfaction. So I think this is somewhat like a fulfillment card due to taking up these roles. You know what I'm saying? The context over this spread here, positioned after the King of Clubs, though, the Eight of Hearts indicates that emotional mastery leads to fulfillment. I was right. And the ability to move towards meaningful relationships or goals. All right? Then we're going to conclude with this 4 card. See, that's why I say this was great energy all the way around, man. So I want you to kind of go throughout your day in peace, joy, and expecting good things. And I guess this will be like an affirmation of the good energy that is to come due to your endurance, due to your receptivity, due to your gratitude, due to you being able to have that type of courage to take on new endeavors, to perform or stay aligned with your divine objectives in every endeavor you have in your life. And if you coincide with whatever affirmation I have just spoke on, these things that come to you due to these cards revealing itself the way it is. With this 4 card, I see it is the Ace of Diamonds. All right. The core meaning for this, though, is new beginnings, an opportunity, or gift related to value, prosperity, or purpose. All right. This card symbolizes potential in material or spiritual realms. Often tied to career, financial stability, or personal worth. All right. So yeah, man, this is you having that dignity, that upright dignity, being able to stay fast in your integrity, I should say. That is something I see. The context over the spread, though, closing it out, the Ace of Diamonds signifies that the emotional and personal growth from previous cards open. I guess cards open the door to a fresh start or significant opportunity. All right. So, like I said, man, some good things may be to come, man. Some good things may be to come. Something that I feel like it's not something that may be so fleeting. I think these are one of these type of marriage from God that may end up being worth your while. I feel like maybe something that you're gonna be able to cherish. You know what I'm saying? Something you're gonna be able to have a real grasp on. Something you can actually exalt a side of your legacy. You know what I'm saying? I look at that as something that may be an accomplishment as well when it comes down to this new opportunity, or receiving maybe a gift. You know what I'm saying? Or just a gradual step forward in a better position in life. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, let's give a culminated meaning to this here, man. The spread suggests a narrative of stepping into a position of confidence and emotional mastery to embrace new opportunities. All right. It highlights the balance between personal charisma, emotional wisdom, and the pursuit of meaningful goals or beginnings. I say the key themes to this, when we look at like charisma and strength, right? That will represent the Queen of Clubs, which I guess suggests embrace confidence. It suggests you to embrace, I guess, confidence and creativity to lead and inspire others. All right. When we look into like emotional wisdom, that represents like the King of Hearts. Cultivate emotional balance and compassion, either by relying on your own strengths or seeking guidance from a supportive figure. All right. When we look into like emotional fulfillment, that represents the Eight of Hearts. Progress towards harmony and joy in relationships are personal pursuits. And then we get into like a new beginning. That's going to represent this Ace of Diamonds, right? I would suggest use the personal and emotional growth. I'm paraphrasing. Achieve through, I would say, use the personal and emotional growth achieved to seize a fresh start, I guess, or valuable opportunities, I would say. You know what I'm saying? In which I was expressing earlier. I don't want to try to be too extensive with my messages with these because I'm trying to stay as brief as I can. And I don't want to really kind of rush through it either because I'm still trying to stay aligned with giving you somewhat of I would say a relative message, something that is congruent with whatever your experience may be and your endeavor may be and how you're approaching your circumstances of what you're witnessing right now in life. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into like the insight between like the specific cards behind the other. So when I look at like the King of Hearts behind the Queen of Clubs, right? I would say King of Hearts deepens the Queen of Clubs charisma by grounding it in emotional maturity. You see what I'm saying? And this combination suggests that confidence paired with compassion creates a powerful presence or influence. That I would look at that as being somewhat, I guess, me paraphrasing it to a better sense for people to kind of grasp and digest. I'm not trying to be so over people's head with a lot of things, so I'm trying to really be kind of like trying to paraphrase it, and not in layman's terms, but just in an understandable way. Because doing my studies on this right now, it can be very complex in how it expresses it. So I'm just paraphrasing it in a better sense, based off of not only just my registry, but just intuitively what I'm really collecting behind it. When I look at like the 8 of Hearts behind the King of Hearts, though, all right, the 8 of Hearts highlights like a positive outcome of the emotional mastery represented by the King of Hearts. You see what I'm saying? It points to fulfillment or fulfilling relationships or progress made by maybe a possibility of emotional strength. I would see that. Or just a progress made possible, should I say, by emotional strength. That's how I would see that. And that kind of pretty much like gives way for, I would say, expansion, when it comes down to stepping into somewhat of a leadership role. When you feel a little bit more as if you got the gist of something, it gives you that confidence, that esteem, and it kind of adds to the emotional strength of knowing that you are emotionally stable, taking on circumstances or situations, or new endeavors, should I say. All right. When we look at like the Ace of Diamonds behind this 8 of Hearts, though, this Ace of Diamonds would show that emotional growth and harmony of the 8 of Hearts leads to a direct, I would say, valuable opportunity or new beginning. It suggests that emotional fulfillment aligns with material and spiritual rewards. So overall, this spread emphasizes the synergy between personal strength, emotional depth, and I guess the readiness to embrace new opportunities. All right. I feel you should lead with confidence. Harness your charisma. I would say lead in confidence in your creativity to inspire and achieve things. All right. This would express more like what I feel like the Queen of Clubs is really actually saying. I would say balance your emotions, cultivate compassion and emotional wisdom. To navigate, like I would say, relationships. I would say just relationships or just in your social life, period. And challenges as well, right? Which I would say would pretty much express the expression behind what the King of Hearts is saying right now. When I look at like this third card, I would say it's pretty much saying seek fulfillment, be more enthused or carry that enthusiasm, should I say. When I guess that's going to be needed. Enthusiasm is going to be needed as you seek fulfillment, which will bring fulfillment. All right. Allow emotional growth to guide you towards harmony and progress, which would really express what I feel like the 8 of Hearts is saying. And when it comes down to like the 4 card, I feel embracing opportunities, should I say. Be prepared for a new beginning or a significant opportunity, should I say, that aligns with like your growth or purpose, right? And that I feel like the Ace of Diamonds is pretty much expressing that form of an advice. This whole spread pretty much suggests that your journey is leading to a fresh start. Since we concluded with the Ace of Diamonds of a new beginning, I feel like the journey is leading to a fresh start, where personal and emotional alignment creates, I guess, a meaningful opportunity for you. So I feel that I'm receiving more about my experience when it comes down to, let's see. I just posted on my page about how I address certain things, right? And I kind of had to allow myself to take accountability in a sense. I had to allow myself to digress in a sense, to really self-examine whether or not I am kind of moving on a little too fast. I'm not saying I too much drop the ball or I give up quickly. I'm not saying that. I feel like maybe I should give things a little bit more time. But giving a person the opportunity to collect themselves in responding to my life or to, I would say, responding to how God has, introduced me in their life. I feel maybe, and then I think that, I guess once I was in that point of really kind of self-examining certain things, I feel like, all right, boom, I'm going to give you a little bit more, I guess, in detail when it comes down to my form of interacting. All right, so I haven't really been in the social game for a while. I kind of stepped back from that due to, past experiences. I think I had to just go through my healing, and I think I haven't become zero tolerant. It's just a lot of things about that I've learned about myself through my endeavors that I'm not going to allow myself to be so lavish with, be so open to. So I'm not saying I really so much got my guard up. It's just that I think I've learned, or I can sense, or I have a better registry when it comes down to registering whether or not a person may be enthused or interested in interacting with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I think like the last couple encounters I've had, I kind of tried to culminate, how I responded, just examining how I went about the circumstance, or the situation, right? And I noticed that once I sense any aspect or fragment of irrelevancy expressed on my part, on my behalf, or what a person would express concerning me, I'm automatically, I'm in the point of digressing. I'm going to step back, or I'm automatically going ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and shake the dust off my feet and go about my business. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of had to see whether or not I question myself, hold myself to contempt on whether or not I was being presumptive, or was it not, I guess, did my intuition service me rightly when it came down to whether or not I can't have an encounter, or whether or not that person was making me, was I sure if that person was making me irrelevant or not? You know what I'm saying? Was I sure about that? And I'm like, well, I could use my common sense and logic all day, and I can kind of be so down to earth to where sometimes I can kind of be a little irrational, maybe because of me not actually knowing what that person's life is really, what their lifestyle it really is. I'm not going to really say I know the actuality of their lifestyle. I don't know what's going on in their life in real time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know their emotional, what they're actually dealing with mentally, physically, to have to or not have the time thereof to being able to, exchange or get into an exchange with me. You know what I'm saying? Then me, I've automatically had to realize, like, okay, maybe, wait, I have been handling myself in a more diligent way when it comes down to, starting an engagement or initiating an engagement with a woman, And I think that I may have been a little bit too passive, but then I'm thinking like, nah, I haven't. I haven't been too passive, and I haven't been too zero tolerant, and I think I have been applying myself rightly in a just way. I don't have any regrets behind the decisions I made to, leave things at the wayside when I feel or register that it's not for me, right? So I think I have an alignment when it comes down to, I had come to this conclusion today based off the video that I posted today. It kind of aligns with it because I am being led in confidence. I am leading in confidence when it comes down to, like, the Queen of Clubs. I think that, I'm in that state where I can actually, take the lead, take the initiative. I can afford to take the initiative to, propose or, present myself before a woman and not have that type of fear. I have enough esteem to withstand whatever type of decision is made as far as rejection or an acceptance. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm fit for that. I think that, I can walk in secure in myself, knowing who I am, right? And knowing what I can actually offer and produce within the exchange. So it's like, I think I give enough leverage for a person to actually see me based off of my productivity, right? So I feel I'm a little bit more emotionally balanced than I have ever been in my life. You know what I'm saying? Now let me know I got a little older. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36, so it's like I think that I have reached that emotional maturity to where rejection is not even. It doesn't even. I think that's where the security within myself. I'm so secure in myself that I don't have any form or aspect of dismay if a person just agrees not to agree, or accept me for who I am or where I'm at in life, or, just to engage with me or, build with me in any type of way. I don't feel no type of way, you know what I'm saying? And I think that I'm thankful, and I'm at this point in my life where I'm at this emotional maturity. Yeah. So I guess that card showing itself all in itself. Service is a great confirmation to me. And that's where I think the Eight of Hearts came in of me coming to that acknowledgement of a fulfillment. I feel fulfilled now in a sense because I have acknowledged that I have got to this point of some type of, I've acknowledged that I've grown pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I've acknowledged that God has actually allowed me, has healed me in so many areas of my life, man. I'm thankful for that part, and I think that me just being able to have that type of courage, that type of esteem to be able to afford any other endeavor right after any form of rejection. To know I'm so secure in myself to where it's like even the rejection doesn't have a dismay on me to where I need to recuperate anymore. Back then it was like, I had accelerated in my recuperation process. Well, if I was rejected, it would take me probably 2 or 3 days before I step back out there again. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I'm okay. It's not something that I'm even fazed by, and I'm at this point where I care as much as a person wants me to care. And I'm only aligned with whatever a person requires of me. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with I guess in my growth. So I feel that is a fulfilling aspect about my life that I've acknowledged. Cool. Where I feel the forecast of a new opportunity may be presenting itself, or I'm open for new opportunities, and I'm fit and able, and I guess receptive enough for I'm able to digest God in every aspect of my life, whether in an ascending or descending state. And I think that that's where I'm at now in my life. That would represent the Ace of Diamonds. So, with that being said, I'm at this point of sacred time, and I'm thankful that I'm able to be here with you guys today. With a sound mind, and being able to encourage you guys to assess, your lay of land and how you, approach your next step in your life firmly. And I'm here to encourage you to, love yourself, to, have that esteem, to know and be secure in yourself and your self-worth of you being just that worthy. Your praise is just that worthy to the Most High. That's how I see things. I find it that God took our individuality and found us just that worthy, our opinion just that worthy. So walk in that esteem of knowing how valuable you truly are, And with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out because I didn't intend on getting this far in it. But hey, man, please like, share, and subscribe, man. Please comment, man, if you like. Share your experience of how this video impacted you. Also, man, if you like to get to know more about me, my vlog is in the description. And hey, man, until next time, man, you know what to do, man. I'm out.